You have reached Atheist Republic voicemails. God may not be listening to you, but the citizens of the Atheist Republic are. Leave us a voicemail on atheistrepublic.com for a chance to have your message broadcast to our followers worldwide. Send us your opinions, stories, advice, or concerns. Together, we'll build a platform for atheist voices all around the globe.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad. I am a Saudi man of 17 years old, and I am an ex-Muslim from Saudi Arabia. I am currently in high school, almost done with high school, and I wanted to make this recording to say that we ex-Muslim atheists, we exist, and there's a lot of us, especially in schools in Saudi Arabia, and I am happy that we are growing by the day, but a lot of us cannot talk or speak about it out of the fear of getting shunned by our families, and also the truth to our lives. And I want uh, I want to normalize dissent from the religion of so-called peace, Islam. And yes, that is all I wanted to say. Hopefully one day, hopefully one day we can normalize dissent. Have a good day.
Hello, this is Dalila Sarcasmo. I'm from Egypt and I'd like to share something about me. Um, these days, I feel like everything was so messed up and so fucked up when I try to feel safe. And people here in my country, I think they have a real problem with dealing with women. And I will talk about me as an ex-Muslim woman. So I see that Muslim people really have a mental problem because they cannot deal with any other person that's so different from them. And I feel like the gender role has a big problem here because in the Islam that gender role, women should obey men, and the man, he is the upper hand and he can do whatever he wants. So that give courage to men to do whatever they want for any other women, especially if that woman is an ex-Muslim. So I just want to share something that happened to me. Today is 31 of December 2020, and yesterday I think that I saw the man who raped me in the street, and I was panicked actually because I remembered all things that happened to me before and how I was so coward that I couldn't speak or say anything to authorities, because they know if I said anything to authorities that they'll know that I'm an atheist and that's a crime itself. I just still hiding and I cannot do anything about it. I just feel like I need to be um, safe, but I cannot feel safe because a lot of people around me know that I'm an atheist and they're still bothering me and threatens me. These threats never stopped and the sexual assault never stopped. Uh, so I want to share what happened to me because I feel like I want to say, yeah, me too, that I'm a woman that faced the horrible Islamic people who think that their religion is the religion of peace and their religion the religion of mercy, blah blah blah, which is not. This is so messed up, right? Um, I just want any woman that hear me, if you hear that message, you must be stronger. You shouldn't be afraid, and do not let stupid Muslim people attack you or make you coward like me, because I don't want any woman feel like that. I feel like I'm so humiliated because I'm still hiding. I still feel like I'm ashamed I know that I'm a rape victim and I should do something about it, but I cannot do anything about it because you know what happened to rape victim here in Egypt. So fucked up people doing bad things to women, especially if she's a rape victim. She's not a victim for them. She's a woman who deserves that what happened to her, especially if she's an ex-Muslim woman, and especially if she's a queer woman, of course. I just want any woman that hear me that don't stop and you must fight, shouldn't be afraid like me. Just try to say something, try to find a good place to stay in, and I want to feel safe again, I know. But I'll try to be stronger last few days or months, I don't know. I'll try to be safe. I'll try to do whatever I can do to escape out of here. And that's it. Thanks, anyone. And I just want to share that thing with you. And Happy New Year.
Hi, I've been a person who's been an atheist from the age of 5 years, and I'm from India as well. And it's a really fun experience, or I would say the opposite of that. Growing up in India, being an atheist surrounded by theists, because there are a few things when it comes to that. One, my own culture was actually different from that of the city I grew in. So I'm basically a Bengali, which means a person who's from West Bengal, but I grew up in the city of Delhi, which is basically mostly, you could say, Punjabis, people from Haryana, Uttar Pradesh. It's a cosmopolitan city, basically. It has Bengalis, but the place I grew up in, well, in that area of Delhi, there weren't much. So the fun part was I used to go to high school and I used to have all of these friends who, as I call nowadays, were indoctrinated, because there's this one funny little thing amongst the culture in northern India, which I still don't understand why, that on Tuesdays you shouldn't eat non-veg. And me having a different, cultural background, I would also add into the argument that even that my parents were also educated well enough on the science background, which is why I had this open mindset. But that kind of gets, debunked most of the times, because I still have friends whose parents are also the same, and they may be from the same exact profession as my father was and my mother was, yet they are really religious when it comes to all of these things, whereas me, I was on the other side of the thing. So coming back to the topic that you shouldn't eat non-veg on the Tuesday, I was one of those kids in high school who had non-veg on Tuesdays in front of every other person, and everyone was like so much on my side that looking at me and like, oh, you shouldn't eat. I'm like, give me one good reason why. They didn't have any, which was really funny. I told them, no, I eat because I eat. They're like, no, you'll be cursed and blah blah blah. And I was like, is the entire or most of the population of the world stupid that they eat? Are you guys nuts or what? And then there's something known as a Navaratri, which is basically like just before the Shera. In northern India, nobody eats non-veg for 9 days, whereas in West Bengal, in my culture, we don't care. So I used to eat like hell at that time. And all of my friends used to again give the same damn thing reason that, oh no, it's Navratri, you shouldn't eat non-veg. I'm like, why? Give me one good reason. But till date, not even a single person has given me a valid argument as to why you shouldn't eat. I'm like, yeah, scientifically, okay, if you want to give, like, I'm all the more in to hear what you have to say, but come on, at least give me an argument which actually is logical or relevant. I mean, none of them actually had fair enough logic. And coming about to the topic of what is happening, the art and all of that, I kind of don't care mostly about those art, to be honest, because I find them pretty cool and pretty amazing that you guys made it, and I like them. But the funny part or the ironic part about this whole situation that I kind of feel is the people who are the right people in India, who are basically the culprits to, break or, do all the things, breaking things up and all of that, they are allowed to roam free. But you as a person, as an artist who's just making art, well, you're not. Because I think back in 2014 or 15, something like that, there was this one art exhibition done by an artist who was basically making portraits of nude women. And in art, it's an artistic piece. I know a lot of people who do that. And this one lady out of nowhere came and started, just wrecking the entire place, tearing up his art and all of that. I'm like, who gave you the permission to break his art? Like, can you draw one painting? Can you even draw a straight line, let alone drawing this painting? So yeah, India is a crazy place. Don't bother putting your mind to it. You would probably end up losing your sanity. Thank you.
Please consider supporting us by sharing the podcast with your fellow heathens or donating by going to atheistrepublic.com and clicking on support. Subscribe to Atheist Republic voicemails on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app. And please leave us a review.